Why most people struggle to make friends after 25, and how to fix it. At 18, you made friends without trying. You showed up somewhere new, and within weeks you had people you genuinely connected with. By 30, you cannot remember the last time you made a real friend. Not an acquaintance, not a work contact, an actual friend, someone who knows you, someone you call without a reason. And the worst part is you cannot figure out why it has become so hard. You are not less likable. You are not less interesting. So what changed? Here is the truth that nobody talks about. Making friends after 25 is not harder because something is wrong with you. It is harder because 3 specific conditions that made friendship effortless when you were young have completely disappeared from your life all at once. The science of how friendships actually form. Research on adult friendship consistently points to 3 conditions that are required for close friendships to develop. Proximity, repeated unplanned interaction, and a setting that encourages openness. You need to be near the same people regularly. You need to run into them without planning to. And you need an environment where dropping your guard is normal rather than risky. School and university provided all 3 of these automatically and simultaneously. You lived near the same people. You saw them in classes, in hallways, in common rooms without scheduling it. And you were all in the same uncertain, vulnerable situation together, which made openness natural. After 25, every single one of those conditions disappears at once. Why you lost proximity? Adult life is lived in private. You have your apartment or your house. Your colleagues have theirs. Your neighbors exist behind closed doors you have never knocked on. There is no shared physical environment where you naturally spend time near the same people day after day. The friendships you have from before 25 were built when you were physically close to people by default. Now you have to engineer proximity deliberately, and most people never do. The distance is not geographical. It is structural. Why you lost repeated unplanned interaction. Adult socializing is entirely scheduled. You send a message. You find a date that works. You put it in the calendar 3 weeks out. You show up, have a nice time, and go back to your separate lives. Research shows that close friendships require between 40 and 60 hours of shared time to form. But it is not just the hours. It is the unplanned quality of the time. Running into someone unexpectedly, staying longer than you planned, sharing something in a moment that was not designed for it. Scheduled dinner every month does not build the same closeness as running into each other 4 times a week. The spontaneity is not a luxury. It is the mechanism. Why you lost the setting that encouraged openness. The environments adults spend time in are not designed for vulnerability. Workplaces reward competence and professionalism. Networking events reward performance and positioning. Even social gatherings after 25 tend towards surface-level comfort rather than genuine depth. You are surrounded by people who are also performing, and closeness cannot grow where everyone is performing. The settings that built your early friendships worked because everyone was in the same uncertain boat, and it was normal to say that out loud. After 25, the social contract quietly changes, and vulnerability becomes something you have to choose rather than something the environment invites. Fix 1. Choose a recurring third place. A third place is not home and not work. It is somewhere you go regularly that puts you near the same people repeatedly without requiring you to schedule individual time with each of them. A gym class at the same time each week. A sports team. A book club. A volunteer group. A community choir. It does not matter what it is. What matters is that it is recurring, that it puts you in the same space as the same people consistently, and that it rebuilds the proximity and repeated contact conditions that adult life removed. Fix 2. Prioritize consistency over the quality of any single interaction. The mistake most adults make when trying to build friendships is waiting for a deep, meaningful conversation before they count someone as a real connection. Closeness is not built in single significant moments. It is built through repeated low-stakes contact over time. Show up to the same place every week. Say hello. Talk about nothing important. Leave. Come back next week. The accumulation of ordinary repeated presence is what creates the familiarity that eventually becomes genuine closeness. Consistency is the ingredient, not intensity. Fix 3. Be the one who goes first. Most adults are waiting for someone else to initiate depth. They want connection, but they are not willing to be the first one to be slightly vulnerable. To suggest getting coffee after the class. To share something real rather than something safe. To say directly that they are trying to meet people and find it harder than they expected. Almost everyone feels exactly the way you feel. Almost nobody says so. The person who goes first creates the permission for everyone else to follow. Be that person. The discomfort is 30 seconds. The friendship can last decades. Here is the final thoughts. If your social circle has been shrinking since your mid-20s, you are not failing at friendship. You are living in conditions that make friendship structurally difficult. The 3 conditions that made it easy are gone. Your job is not to force connection. It is to rebuild the conditions. Find a third place. Show up consistently. Go first. You do not need many people. You need a few real ones. Start building the conditions for that today. If this video gave you something useful, hit that like button and drop a comment telling me whether you are going to try. Subscribe for more content that helps you build a life worth living. This is your time. Let's start from low.